Good morning, friends. Today we will discuss the working of the mass airflow sensor. Okay, so this is typically a diagram, or this is typically a mass airflow sensor. Okay, this mass airflow sensor is placed in between the air filter and the intake manifold. Okay, that is after the air filter, the mass airflow sensor is placed. For example, in this side there is a air filter, and this side is connected to the intake manifold. Okay, and this is a screen. Okay, this two dotted line, these two lines are these two lines shown are screen. Okay, this is a mesh type screen. Okay, the purpose of this mesh type screen is to restrict the impurity, or in case some impurity is expelled out from the air filter, then it is trapped in this mesh type screen. Okay, so this is the screen. This is the hot wire. Okay, this is a hot wire, platinum hot wire electrode. Okay, this is a platinum hot wire electrode, and this is electronic chip. Okay, this is a electronic chip which is connected to ECU. Okay, so this is how the uh, hot wire mass airflow sensor. Okay, this is the construction of hot wire mass airflow sensor. Okay, so what happened when during the suction stroke, when during the suction stroke, when there is a suction in the combustion chamber, then what happened, air from the air filter is sucked inside, and when it passed through this mass airflow sensor. Okay, this air passes through this screen, mesh screen, and then it passes through this airflow sensor, and then it goes to the combustion chamber. Okay, now how the mass airflow sensor work, that we will see. Okay, now what happened when during the working of the IC engine, what happened, the charge, that is the air fuel ratio, predetermined air fuel ratio, that is fuel is mixed with the air, and this charge goes to the combustion chamber. Okay, and the amount of fuel and air, that is the proportion of mixing of air and fuel, is determined by this mass airflow sensor. Okay, that is how much fuel is required and how much air is required at the various conditions of engine and RPM of engine is determined by this, or is determined by this mass airflow sensor. Okay, now this mass airflow sensor measures the amount of the air entering the engine, or it measures the airflow. Okay, and according to this amount of the air entering into the engine, the amount of the fuel is determined. That means the amount of the air is determined by this mass airflow sensor, and then ECU decides the amount of the fuel added to the amount of the air determined by this mass airflow sensor. Okay, now how the mass airflow sensor works, that we will see. Now, as I discussed earlier, this mass airflow sensor has a platinum hot wire. Okay, now this is a platinum hot wire. Okay, and this hot wire is heated when the electric current passes through it. Okay, so when the electric current passes through this platinum wire, it got heated, and this platinum hot wire is made the part of the Wheatstone bridge. This is the Wheatstone bridge. Okay, now this platinum hot wire is part of this Wheatstone bridge, and there are three thermistors. Okay, these three thermistors and this platinum hot wire forms a Wheatstone bridge. Okay, now this now what happened, when the current is passed through this Wheatstone bridge, then what happened, this platinum hot wire will get heated. Okay, and due to this due to the heat produced in the platinum hot wire, there is a there is an increase in resistance. Okay, and this increase in resistance, that is the value of this resistance, is equal to the resistance of these thermistors. Okay, that means this value of resistance should be equal to this value and this value. Okay, all the value of resistance in the Wheatstone bridge is same. Okay, so due to which this Wheatstone bridge is in the balance condition. Okay, so this condition occurs when the current is passed, when this current is passed through the Wheatstone bridge. Okay, and no air is passed or no air is passed through this platinum hot wire. Okay, so in this case, as we see, the air is passed from this portion, that is from air filter to this platinum electrode, and then it goes to the engine. Okay, this air will pass when engine is running or idling. Okay, when the engine is stationary, no air will pass inside this mass airflow sensor, and in this case the wire is heated in the heated form. Okay, so when no air is passes and wire is in the heated form, okay, here, so when the no air is passes and wire in the heated form, then this bridge is in the complete balance state. Okay, so when this bridge is in the complete balance stage, then what happened, there is no output voltage from this Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so this condition occurs when no air is passed inside the mass airflow sensor. So now what happened, when the vehicle is started, and vehicle is in idling speed, then what happened, the air will gain certain momentum, that is the air will pass from air filter, and then from air filter it will passes through the mass airflow sensor to the engine. Okay, now as the air has the motion, that the air will suck inside the combustion chamber, air will get some motion. Due to this motion, what happened, the heated wire will cool down due to the convection process. Okay, the air will absorb some amount of heat of this heated wire due to convection process, and due to which this heated wire will be cooled down. Okay, now what happened, if this heated wire is cooled down, then its resistance will reduced. Okay, according to the Joule's law, what the Joule's law tells, that is, Joule's law says that heat generated is directly proportional to the square of current, resistance and time. That means heat generation is directly proportional to the resistance. If resistance increase, heat generation increase. If resistance decrease, heat generation decrease. Okay, at the same principle, if the heat generation is decreased, then resistance will also decrease. And if the resistance decrease in this Wheatstone bridge, then what happened, this Wheatstone bridge will be in the unbalanced stage. Okay, and as the Wheatstone bridge in the unbalanced stage, it will produce the output voltage. Okay, this output voltage is proportional to the heat reduced. Okay, the amount of heat reduced, the more the heat reduced, okay, the more the output voltage. Okay, so this output voltage is directly proportional to the amount of the airflow. Okay, so more the airflow through this through this platinum electrode. Okay, when more the air is enter inside this platinum electrode, more the output voltage will be generated. Okay, and this output voltage generated is given to the electronic chip. So this is the electronic chip present integrated to this mass airflow sensor. Okay, this is the electronic chip which translate the analog signals, this analog output voltage into digital signals. Okay, and these digital signals are then transmitted to ECU, electronic control unit. Okay, so when the vehicle is stationary, that is the vehicle is in the switch off position, then what happened, the Wheatstone bridge is in complete balance. When the Wheatstone bridge is the complete balance state, and due to which the output voltage is 0. Okay, so when output voltage is 0, the mass airflow is 0. Okay, now what happened, when the vehicle is started, then what happened, due to the motion of air here, due to the motion of air, the 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 wire, the platinum wire will be cooled down. Okay, that is the heated platinum wire will be cooled down, and due to this the resistance of the platinum wire will reduce, and due to the drop in resistance, the Wheatstone bridge will be in the unbalanced stage, and due to the unbalance of the Wheatstone bridge, there is a output voltage. Okay, this output voltage is proportional to the amount of air flow. Okay, so now when the output voltage is 1.2, the amount of air flow is 10 kg per hour. So the output voltage is 1.4, the mass air flow rate is 1.15. So if the output voltage is 1.7, then the mass air flow is 30 kg per hour. Okay, all these values are experimentally determined, okay, according to this voltage. Okay, in the when the experiments are performed for this voltage, that is 2.1 volt, the mass air flow value is 60 kg per hour. So all these values are predetermined in the laboratory. It is taken out in the laboratory. Okay, so now what happened, this voltage is converted into the digital okay, this voltage is converted into digital signal, and these digital signals are then given to the ECU. Okay, and for this voltage, for example, for this voltage of 1.2, this value, that is 10 kg per hour, is stored in the ECU. Okay, that means ECU is programmed, ECU is programmed in such a way that for the 1.2 volt it will take a mass of 10 kg per hour, and for 1.4 volt it will consider a mass of 15 kg per hour, and for 1.7 volt it will take a mass of 30 kg per hour. Okay, so then according to the various voltage, it will consider the various mass air flow according to mass air flow as shown in this table. Okay, so this is so the ECU is programmed in this way. Okay, so for example, if the output voltage is 3.9, then ECU will take the for 3.9 volt, ECU will take the mass air flow of 370 kg per hour. Okay, and for this 370 kg per hour, the amount of fuel required for making the charge is also determined by the ECU. Okay, so if the output voltage is 3.9, then the ECU will take the mass air flow as 370, and for 370 the amount of fuel required for the stoichiometric ratio is again taken by the ECU. It is again programmed and stored in the ECU. So how much fuel is required for this 370 kg per hour of mass air flow is considered by is taken by the ECU. Okay, so that the air fuel mixture ratio should be near to stoichiometric, that is 14.7 to 14.8:1. Okay, so for this mass air flow, the amount of fuel is also taken by the also choose by the ECU. Okay, so that the air fuel mixture, that is charge entering inside the combustion chamber, should be nearly equal to stoichiometric. Okay, so this graph indicates the amount of the output voltage versus the intake mass. Okay, in gram per second. So here the intake air mass is on the x-axis and output voltage is on the y-axis. So here what happened, if the output voltage increases, for example, if the output voltage increases, the intake air mass also increases. Okay, or vice versa, if the intake air mass increases, the output voltage is also increases. Okay, so this happens inside the air mass sensor. Okay, that means the output voltage is directly proportional to the mass airflow inside this sensor. Okay, that means output voltage is directly proportional to the mass airflow entering into the combustion chamber. Okay, and according to this table, the amount of the fuel is considered by the ECU for this various mass airflow, okay, inside the combustion chamber, so that the charge should be very nearly equal to stoichiometric and complete combustion of charge should takes place inside the combustion chamber. Okay, so this is all about the mass airflow sensor. So if you have any problem, please comment me on this issue, so on this topic, so that I will further clarify the problems on this topic. Okay, thank you. Now one more thing I have to add on this topic are the advantages and disadvantages of this mass hot wire mass airflow sensor. What are the advantages? So the following are the advantages. First is it responds faster to the change of the airflow rate. Okay, so this is the first advantage. It is less sensitive to location as well as orientation. And third one is it is durable as there is a no moving part. It is less expensive. Avoid use of separate pressure sensor and temperature sensor to determine the air mass. It is smaller and compact in size. So these are the advantages of this air mass sensor. Okay, and disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? Disadvantages are that oil and dirt contamination contaminates the hot wire and hence deteriorates the accuracy of sensor. So what happened during the several hundreds or thousands of kilometers, oil and dirt will get contaminated. Okay, and due to this contamination, the convection process of this air and this hot wire will not take place properly, due to which the balancing of the bridge, unbalancing of the bridge will not takes place properly, due to which the output signal will affect the performance of the engine or the engine. Okay, then thin platinum wire can get damaged if it is not handled properly. So this is a delicate, okay, this is a delicate sensor, it should be handled properly. So these are the disadvantages of hot wire mass airflow sensors. Okay, thank you.